Last year, you released a really excellent book, The Right Price, a value-based prescription for drug cost, that you and your co-authors, Joshua Cohen and Dan Ollendorf, wrote. It was a really insightful look into drug price evaluation, analytic techniques, and ways to improve value assessments as it related to establishing the drug price. The first question I have is, what surprised you as you were pulling this book together?
Well, thank you for mentioning the book and your words. We thought there would be a place for a book about value-based drug pricing. That there's a lot of books out there, some critical of the industry, and there's pharmacoeconomic sort of technical books, but nothing that we could find that was a sort of policy-oriented book about how to do value-based drug pricing, why it's needed, what the challenges are, and so forth. So we set out to write that book. One thing that really surprised me is in writing about value-based pricing, I thought we would write a lot about cost-effectiveness analysis as the key tool that's used by many health economists and HTA bodies in the evaluation process. And we certainly write about that. But the more we began to write about the drug industry and the need for value-based pricing, the more we realized we needed to take a step back and write about insurance markets and the fact that most people have insurance for their drugs. So we need to think hard about the step of what goes into the benefit package. And not simply a patient who has a disease and what the value is of the drug to them, but the patient who has insurance but doesn't have the disease, but might have the disease one day, and the value of the drug to them. Because we're all, in a way, better off when these drugs get developed, even if we don't have that disease, but we might one day. So there's a kind of insurance aspect to it. That's one. And the other is we ended up thinking and writing more about innovation and how innovation happens, and the signals that prices send to the drug companies about what is of value to patients and to society. And if you want to write a book about value-based drug pricing, of course, you need to think hard about what it means to say a value-based drug price. What does value mean and to whom? And while we knew that coming in, there really is a very central aspect of the structure of the pharmaceutical industry and the nature of the incentives that we give and the signals that we send and the degree to which the government puts rules in place to have incentives. So and while we knew all of that, I think we ended up just writing a lot more about innovation and insurance than perhaps we thought we would.